Welcome to a Wednesday, August 25th edition of the Concacaf Champions League Preview Show. I'm your host, Scott Gleba. Round 2 of group stage play concludes tomorrow with 3 games. At 8 p.m., it's a Group D battle of the Clausura champions when Mexico's Toluca hosts Olimpia of Honduras. We have 2 10 p.m. encounters. Saprissa and Marathon meet in an all-Central American Group C affair. Plus, in Group B, Municipal welcomes Joe Public to Guatemala City. We start with Toluca and Olimpia. The Red Devils will be pleased to be back in the cozy confines of the Nemesio Diaz Stadium after facing FAS last week in San Salvador. During this time of the year in Central America, lashing rains and heavy fields are not surprising. Sometimes, the circumstances resulting from those conditions are. Incredibly, Manuel Perez had 2 chances to secure 3 points for Toluca in a matter of seconds, but his 79th minute penalty crashed off the FAS crossbar, as did the follow-up. The game ended scoreless, extending the Mexican side's Champions League away winless streak to 4 games. A rain-soaked Edgar Ardueñas spoke to Concacaf TV after the game.
We leave with peace of mind because the circumstances surrounding the game made it very difficult to control. Our opponent ran the whole time trying to play their game, and we had our chance with the penalty kick, but unfortunately, we were not able to finish it, just like many other chances. But at the end, I think it's a good result for us playing away.
Toluca is unbeaten in 5 all-time home CCL games. Against Honduran opposition at the Nemesio Diaz last September, they registered the largest win in Champions League history, 7-0 over Marathon. Olimpia knew that last week's trip to Bayamon to face the Puerto Rico Islanders would be testing. The playing surface was choppy at best, and they were down 1-0 after 39 minutes. Then Mauricio Copete came to the rescue, knotting the score midway through the second half. The game ended 1-1. The Colombian spoke to Concacaf TV about the prospect of facing Toluca.
It'll be hard facing Toluca because of who they are and what's at stake. We need to add some points playing there, so we are aware of the responsibility we have.
The Lions have 1 win, 2 ties, and 2 losses in 5 all-time Champions League away games. They've conceded exactly 1 goal in each of those encounters. Marathon have stumbled before at Saprissa in the Champions League and are looking to reverse those fortunes. In group play 2 years ago, the Green Monster dropped a 2-1 decision in San Jose after defeating a U.S. team, DC United, on the previous match day. Last week, Marathon beat another opponent from the U.S., the Seattle Sounders, 2-1, and now make that trip to Costa Rica once again. Against Seattle, Claudio Nicolas Labrines Cardozo put the Hondurans ahead for good with a penalty kick just before the interval. It was his 4th goal of the campaign. Concacaf TV caught up with the Uruguayan scoring sensation.
Our task playing at home was to win this game. Our team's defense did a great job. At the beginning, we lacked a little bit of confidence, but we got better and better as the game went on, and we deserved the win. It's always important to be a part of the team's win. Personally, I'm very happy, but this is a group. We are 11 or 13 warriors on the pitch, and tonight we showed that we are united. So we are very satisfied with the team effort.
Marathon has 3 wins, 2 ties, and 5 losses in 10 all-time CCL away games, conceding nearly 3 goals per outing. Despite losing 1-0, Saprissa gave Monterrey all it could handle last week in Mexico. The Purple Monster could have easily came away with a point. Alejandro Sequeira gave us his thoughts after the game.
We tried very hard to get control of the ball, which is something they do very well. We were successful at times, and at the end, we were very close. They cleared away a great shot on goal by Walter. And there was the disallowed goal that I'm not sure was offside, but I feel we were able to push them back in their zone, trying to get the tie. But I think our performance was fun to watch. We kept the ball down on the ground and almost got the tie. We wanted to win, but a point would have been important for us.
After going unbeaten in its first 4 home Champions League games, Saprissa has lost 2 in a row. Municipal and Joe Public square off after each dropped opening game decisions. The Rojos turned in a solid effort against the Columbus Crew, but could not find the back of the net for the first time in 7 all-time CCL games, losing 1-0. Goalkeeper Jaime Peñedo spoke afterwards.
Municipal is a team that will always play for the win, both away or at home. Tonight we lost 1-0, but this is a tournament you have to play with intelligence. Each matchup is important, but they still have to come to play in our turf. At home we become an even more offensive team. This was an interesting game, but there's another one coming, and we have to keep moving forward.
Municipal has 3 ties in its 3 all-time home CCL games. In those 3, a robust return of 16 goals have been produced. Things were looking good for Joe Public when it was 2-2 at the half against visiting Santos last week. Makan Hislop and Yu Hoshide scored for the Trinidadians. Then the Mexican side eased to victory, striking for 3 unanswered goals. The Eastern Lions head to Guatemala unbeaten in 3 of 5 all-time away CCL games. They have, however, allowed 6 goals in their last 2. Well, that closes out the Champions League preview show for this week. We're glad you could join us. Remember to log on to Concacaf.com for live games, highlights, news, previews, and more. Thanks for watching Concacaf TV, your source for the Champions League.